This is from Max Olson. This is a statistic about A&M. They're averaging 53 plays per game on offense. Last in the FBS among 31 teams. They averaged 65.7 per game last year. Appalachian State, 38 is the big reason why. They had 38 plays. That was a game when Appalachian State dominated time of possession. They have not yet hit 60 since. So this is something that, Paul, you're a Florida State guy. When Jimbo had Jameis, and of course they won the national title, then things started to slide away. They always seem to be, to me, more of a pro-style offense at FSU.
That's what he runs. That's what he ran at LSU. He's run, but I think the issue is that he has not changed this offense that much since Matt Mock ran it. I think that it's kind of the same thing, slightly updated. I think there's, and teams have maybe caught up to it. Now also, and this may be something that might be hard for people to hear in College Station, maybe the talent assessment that they have made for what they're trying to do is not completely accurate. Because maybe they don't have the guys to run that offense that don't fit that scheme. You know, and Jimbo's offense is very hard to run. You see, he's very hard on quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. You have to be a special type of person to come through the other side of that. And there have been a lot of good ones, but he hasn't had a really good one in a long time. And I think those are the things that are starting to catch up to them. And part of it is, you know, look at modern offenses now. You want to talk about one of the reasons they have less plays? If it's 4th and 1 at the opponent's 47-yard line, he's going to punt unless it's 2 minutes or less in the game. So there are tons of offenses now that go for it on 4th down. Jimbo will not go for it on 4th down unless it's absolutely critical to the game at the end. You know, so he's an old-fashioned coach, and I don't know if it's catching up to him or if they just don't have the guys to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's entirely possible that some of their talent may be overrated. I mean, one of the guys, I don't know what the exact situation was with Baylor Cupp when he left A&M, but there he was for Texas Tech doing his thing on Saturday. You know,
he was injured a lot.
Yeah, he was. That's what I mean. That's why I'm not saying like that. You know, he left there. Yeah, he was injured quite a bit, but you see him out there for Texas Tech, and I couldn't help but think like that was supposed to be what he's doing at A&M right now. Now he wasn't like some big 5-star recruit, but that's just somebody that I saw recently that I'm like, yeah, he's supposed to be in College Station playing, but. That was Tech's gain clearly, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's certainly possible because I don't know if anybody's ever done a real deep dive on like I've certainly seen recruiting rankings 5 years later or 10 years later. I don't know if anybody's ever done like a super deep dive, like intricately looking at like how many hits or misses there was for a program over a certain amount of time. But I would be really interested to see A&M's over the last few years because they've definitely hit on a lot of guys and they've definitely had a lot of talented players and a lot of NFL picks and all that. But yeah, I mean something's amiss this year to where the talent level just doesn't seem like it's supposed to be where it should be offensively. And there could be a lot of reasons for that.
Well, what deteriorated in Tallahassee on the field wasn't the defense. Because it's almost same thing, mirror images of each other, is that the defense is fine. They had plenty of talent on defense. They had those guys. The offensive line, after the national championship run, got – if it was an A in the national championship year, then it was a B+ in the year after, and there was a C+ the year after that, all the way down until he left, it was a D, and then for years it was an F-.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that same thing's happening again.
They're not giving the quarterback. We know Haynes King was not sharp at all or efficient, but he also seemed like he had not much time, and the running game was not very good. An 8-chain sometimes makes something out of nothing. A couple of other notes. The Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award winner is Donovan Smith, Texas Tech.